Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. Obviously, I know we talked a couple times here, and there's a quick presentation I'd like to go through with you today, just simply to explain a little bit of what we're going to do in the appointment, kind of what I do, and then obviously the goal of our meeting today. So, um, obviously, I know told you a lot of this, guys, before, but I do work with health markets here, obviously local in Granville. We are nationwide, so we do have offices all over the country. Um, One of the biggest things that separates us a lot from other agencies is we actually go get contracted with a lot of the major carriers. So we're not limited really on what we can look at. We're not a captive agency, right? We actually go get contracted with, your Priority Health, your Blue Cross, your HAP, your Oscar, all these different carriers, so that when we sit down with an individual, we can really look at, really all their options and do the shopping together. There's absolutely no cost to go through me. My services are always free. And I'm not here to just help you today. Obviously we're going to tackle that today, but I'm here to help you out in the future as well. Things change. There's different needs at different ages. So I'm here to help you out now and then just kind of keep me loop in the future. Policies are going to change, so I want to make sure I'm updating you on that. Something changes in your life, new medications, doctors, whatever. Just make sure to just keep in contact with me here. So I want to explain to you a little bit how the system works, really just in general, ways that you can get, health coverage as an individual, obviously being under 65 years old. So there's really a couple routes that you can go. Number one, if you've heard of Medicaid before, Medicaid, again, low income. You have to qualify for that again based on your income. Obviously, we kind of talked about your income a little bit here, and we know that that's out of the picture. So I just wanted to be transparent. It's out there, but for you guys, it is not available. There's group insurance plans, employer coverage, right? If you have an employer that offers a group policy or health insurance. Again, in your situation, you told me that that's not available. So guys, really besides that, there's really two ways that you can get a real major medical policy. Route number one is going through the marketplace, or you see like exchange. Okay. That's something where it's going to be pretty similar to what a group plan is. You have a yearly plan, yearly deductible. They cannot discriminate for pre-existing conditions. They have to cover them. And that's really going to be ideal. With that, guys, there's things called tax credits and subsidies that are available, which will just help out with your premium that's based on your income, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But the marketplace is going to be like your Priority Health, your Blue Crosses, very similar to what you've had on a group plan. There'll be some differences which we'll walk through. That's really where we're going to focus a lot today. The other option that's out there as far as major medical, short-term medical is an option. Now, short-term medical, in Michigan, at least it's only 4 months of coverage. You have to then restart the policy. They don't cover any pre-existing conditions. They don't cover preventative services. It's not ideal to do as a long term. This is something that we just do just to kind of bridge a gap if we need to. Today, we're going to really be focusing on the marketplace just because, again, we need something a little more permanent. So with that, obviously, there are going to be some gaps and some risks here with health insurance, and I'll explain that to you here. Obviously, life can throw some surprises at you. So my goal today is just to protect you financially from medical bills. Okay, and the major medical is going to do a good job, and that's something that we're going to focus on. That's why we're here today. But there's some things that we're going to talk about where there's some exposure to you, out-of-pocket expenses and other things that there are policies we can build, which are called supplemental insurance policies. Your dental, your vision, your accident plans, things like that, where we build alongside the major medical, right? Separate plans, but the goal with these plans is just simply to make sure you're protected fully for some of these surprises and out-of-pocket costs to you. So we're going to mention that to you. We'll build them, we'll kind of tailor them to your needs. And then the last thing I'm going to mention to you is life insurance, right? Um, the goal today again is what would you get if you went to, a corporate style, position, or you got employer benefits, offered to you? What do you get, right? You get your medical, prescription coverage, you're going to get your dental vision, maybe some accident plans, and then they're going to offer you life, right? So our goal today is just to kind of build you that benefit package, so to speak. So life insurance is something that we'll mention, something that we'll find to make sure it's a good fit for you. So just a quick recap. Again, focus today, we're going to look at the major medical. That's very important to have. Again, there are some gaps with that. So we're going to look at some supplemental, make sure that we fill those gaps correctly. And then lastly, we'll fill in that life insurance gap there as well. So just to, again, quick kind of tell you what we'll do here. Let me grab some information from you here. We'll start breaking up the options.